Varsity Unplugged, never for never Mogasi. Your host is Stevovo, Sirmguj, Salewalale and TWISTA.
What's up, X? It's your boy Sirmguj. Hey X, I remember what mama wami what kimi. She was like Nyana. Nigga Zitembe.
Show when I wanna go, it's your boy Stevovo-Mavovolase and TWISTA, GP and BP Benegan Gamara country. Haniti Barcelona, you know what time it is.
What it do? You find a rusty dusty twister, the twister.
X, we finally here. First episode of Campus Chronicles, Varsity Unhinged, Baba. Yeah, so the podcast is basically about us as three gents at the University of Cape Town.
Yeah.
We will be basically sharing our experiences of the university culture and all of that. But gents, for you, introductions first, and then just tell us when someone on campus asks you, Stephen, I saw you on a podcast, what's the podcast about?
Oh yeah. My name is Stevovo-Mavovolase and TWISTA. I'm currently studying mechanical and mechatronics engineering. Or it's studying me, you never know. But what the podcast is about, man, you know, my struggle is your struggle, right? We're trying to create an atmosphere where people can literally have serious conversations about the things that are happening within the UCT community, you know. Like, we're just trying to create dialogue, you know, like from Ines Farsi to Mjolo in UCT. Like, we are gobozi in here.
Yo, it's the real goboz of university.
Exactly.
TWISTA. I'm currently studying construction. I'm trying to build my mama a house. Yeah, so the idea like around this podcast is like to basically share the varsity experience.
Sure, yeah.
Simply as that.
Yeah. You guys know me, man. It's your boy Sirmguj, studying a Bachelor of Science in Occupational Therapy. Like, I couldn't the out in jazz polele. Yeah, so as we were saying before we were actually shooting, like when we were discussing the podcast, it's a very strange or weird podcast in a sense that we are all like different people. And like the difference is you can see the difference without even engaging with us. We have a rugby oak, like an oak. We have that, and then you have TWISTA from Rusty Dust.
TWISTA from
Majaivan. Ankaramezi. Part-time Ankaramezi. And then you have Mfana Wamokasi.
Yeah.
It's funny how it's Mfana Wamokasi that watches Popeyes, guys.
Nah, dog.
Like, he's even wearing a Popeye.
Nah, dog. Naruto is not a Popeye. Anime gangan. Didn't catch it, right?
Anime gangan.
Listen, that's called motherfucking bars, nigga. You know nothing about.
So you just see that there's like a distinct difference in all of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking about culture, we have our own culture in this podcast because we're a community.
Yeah.
It's the three of us and our people.
You know.
So we have our own culture of, because we're at UCT, we have a culture of reading our confessions.
You know what time it is.
So TWISTA will be giving us the confessions, and we'll be basically having like conversation starters with the confessions.
Let's get them on. The first one.
Yeah.
I love my boyfriend of 4 years, but I've never had an orgasm.
It's probably frustrating because when you're a medic, you know, like chemically what's going on in your body and what's supposed to be happening.
But like, shouldn't you tell like your partner like?
But you know how guys don't want to be told.
Oh.
No, but gents, I don't want to sound smart or anything, but what's an orgasm? Like, I'm literally confused. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. What's an orgasm, guys?
It's like a person's organism. I'm joking.
I almost believe that. No.
An orgasm is basically like scientifically an orgasm is when a girl or a guy hits a climax and then there's like chemicals that come out of their body because they are being sexually pleasured.
Okay, so the guy basically cannot shoot. Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
You're shaky, my guy.
He's shaky.
Yo.
But also, guys, if you're in a relationship and your girl tells you what to do, I don't think it shows weakness or anything like that. It's just because the girl knows their body more than you.
I guess it depends where you're from, dog. Like.
Yeah, I'm sure. Kokasi, you can't be told, ne?
Nah, bro, you can't. Nigga gotta shoot, you know, yeah. You gotta know your stuff. What's the next one?
Moving to the next one. Okay. they lied to me and told me the course is 4 years. This one is true because I think mine is 6.
Bro,
on papers is 4, but like I think
on the what you call that thing that you read in grade 12 on the prospectus.
Yeah.
On the prospectus it says 4 years, but when you get here it becomes 6.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. Like even like Mangsekaya, bro.
Yeah.
Like people would like usually ask me like, bro, like what are you studying? How many years? I say it depends who's asking. Depends who's asking. If it's a Gowaga Sipo, it's 6 years. 6 years.
10 years. You can tell them 10 years.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's crazy how like I think it also leads to a conversation that we'll be having like in terms of adapting to academics and all of that.
Yeah.
Because we have a certain perception of university. Part of that perception is that okay, I'm finishing this degree in 4 years. Can't there's no such thing as a little time here.
Yeah, bruh, it's yakala la. Like
we don't know here.
It's a for me personally, I'd say like it's a totally different field because like the transition from Ikasi coming from the ghetto and being here in Cape Town, the colonizers' playground, you know, like it was not smooth for me. Like initially I felt like it's gonna be a thing of me learning new things.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that you also have to unlearn some things, you know, like
that's literally a whole episode in the podcast on its own.
Yeah.
But before we dive more into that, let's just hear
We promised people 5 confessions.
the other confessions. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
Moving on to the third one. Oh, this one is crazy. My balls always smell so bad. I don't know what to do at this point. Post-grad, EBE.
You know what I do? I just like after every practice, because I play rugby.
Yeah.
After every practice, I just take my balls and wipe them with a cloth or something.
So like you go to the rugby training with a cloth or something.
Yeah, for my rugby balls.
Nah, dog, and the fact that like you know like it's an EBE gent fit. Because you can't be writing tests and then like it smells like carabao and then like bro, like do better, ne? Do better.
But it's all EBE gens, eh? EBE gens are like that.
Exactly, bro. Like I don't understand what's the fuss with EBE gens. Like there's this, I don't know. Like it's either EBE gens are toxic.
Yeah.
Do not date EBE gens. All of these. Is it because you get paid a lot? Eh?
Get paid a lot.
Probably.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we move on to the next one?
Yeah.
The next one.
Nothing beats the pain of seeing your crush exit your neighbor's room at rest.
You!
Heartbroken.
Ekopanisto. It's probably crazy because ukopanali crush yaha. That is mad.
It's kopana like is it a male race?
It is. So it would probably be a thing like you see this girl on campus and then you have a major crush on her. And then the next day, you see her get out of her room.
Yeah. So it's Cape Town, you know, like it's UCT.
But this has also happened, like, but I think it was guys. It was guys that knew one another, but they just didn't know that they were busy with the same girl.
What?
And they were the same floor. So when the girl came out of one room, the guy also happened to be coming out of the other guy's room. But they couldn't say anything major because all three of them were not in a serious relationship. Do you get me? So they were just having fun. So it was like,
crazy.
Even this guy.
Crazy.
That's another crazy thing, eh?
Crazy. Yeah, bro.
Cape Town, yo. You get people doing things for fun. I'm like, yo.
Moving on to the last one.
The last one.
Crazy.
So, I was dry humping this guy. Guys, can I get pregnant from that? I'm really curious. Need some sex education.
Yeah,
Stressed engineering first year student.
We're not engineering, go back to the law. We are not your LO teacher. Me, I'm not answer that one. Is it EBE again?
Yeah, engineering.
Bro, yeah, guys, what are you doing, guys?
But you see, like, it's not only boys, even girls.
Even girls.
So the problem is EBE.
Is that a girl?
Not EBE.
Oh, so it's an EBE girl.
Yeah.
That's
crazy. But then, guys, like, okay, ratings. Like, let's rate the Hans. Like, which faculty are you going with?
Before we rate, I think a solution should be for EBE people. EBE. Because, like...
No.
Nah, bro, no way.
Yeah,
nah, bro.
You can't be telling us about that in health sciences. We just
that's not happening.
But if in terms of ratings, that's a difficult one, eh?
Facts.
I'd first go humanities.
Same.
Number one.
Why do you think?
I think it's because, first of all, there's like a larger number. So you get more girls in humanities
than
other faculty. And then I don't know how true this is, but apparently God can't give you everything.
Hey, man.
You make do with that what you want.
Hey, man.
But
Cheers.
I'm actually joking, man.
But nah, I also go with humanities, bruh. Hey, those people are fire.
Yeah.
Like, you literally go there, 8 a.m., you meet your soulmate. Then you come back around 12.
Sure.
You meet another soulmate.
Sure.
Like, bro, like humanities girls are fire, dog.
Yeah.
Like, I won't even lie.
Nice hands.
But I think it's in general in Cape Town, man. Like, girls here in Cape Town genuinely look good, man.
Maybe it's like,
Yeah, facts.
maybe it's the air here.
What about the air now?
I think it's different. Like when you inhale it, like it changes your looks.
Just joking. So, gents, you come to Cape Town,
Yeah.
you land at the airport or bus station.
Yeah.
This is another transition I want us to speak about. Yeah?
Yeah.
You land at the airport bus station. You see your soulmate.
Yo.
And this is still in first year. Yeah?
Crazy.
Because in first year there's that long line you have to be in, and then
Yeah.
in sports center to get your student cards and all of that.
Yeah.
You stand in that line, and you see your soulmate again.
Another one.
Your soulmates, bro.
Soulmate.
Plural.
That's my life, every single day.
And then that's not the end of it. We come to res.
Yeah.
At the gate, soulmate.
Another one.
DH, dining hall when it's like time for lunch and stuff like that.
Soulmate.
You see 1,000 more of your soulmate. So you get to see like there's a lot of beautiful girls in Cape
Yeah,
Town. So how
facts.
have you guys been like adapting or dealing with that? Or coping with that?
Yo, bro, like, Varsity Hunts is something else.
Right.
Like, I'd say it's like Boma PSL Nyana, so.
Put your mic closer to you.
Right. Yeah. Like it's like Boma PSL Nyana, so, bro. And like when you hear, it's literally UEFA.
Yo,
Right, dog.
Cause like, but then one thing I like is there's a lot of pretty girls, but then they humbled. Like they actually nice, they chill.
Sure.
Like,
sure.
bro, at 10 out of 10, Ekasi, she won't speak to you. Like, she'd just be rude, yeah, bro.
Like,
So, yeah, here we get the privilege to say, hi, Beyonce, how are you? You know, like, it's, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably a thing of, I don't know, man.
Mm.
I don't know how to say it without sounding like I'm being like judgy or something like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
probably like Kokasi, they probably like one in like in five.
Yeah, facts.
So you know,
facts.
you're in Cape Town, everyone looks like, even in terms of academics, you know that there's someone that is smarter than you, or there's someone that is just as smart as you.
Yeah.
So you don't see the need to pretend like you're someone that you're not. You get me?
Because
Yeah.
you know, if you're the only Cristiano Ronaldo, you can just have pride and like attitude.
Sure.
Yeah, beauty's not everything.
Yeah.
Beauty's not everything around here. Fact.
But another crazy transition is moving from doing, I'd say, a term's work in high school. You do it here in 2 weeks.
Okay.
You do it in 2 weeks. I think that's
Didn't
why.
tell us.
That's why it happens that they tell you that the degree is 4 years. It turns into a whole 6-year degree. Wow.
And it's 10 years.
Yeah, I cost Charles Buffet too. Yeah, cost Charles. Kunjalo nje. It's crazy, man. Cause like it's literally January, February, right? 2022. Just got my matric result. First full house.
Matriculated 2022.
Yeah, 2022. No, is it? Yeah, no. I was doing my matric in 2021. I got my results in 2022.
Yeah.
So, just got my results, you know, first full house, distinctions in my entire Kasi and all of that, right?
Cheers.
And umama utenga izingugu, you know, everyone is happy.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
But then I get here, first test, negative marking. I look, what just happened? I think it's a scam, guys. Department of Basic Education, it's a scam. I thought I was a genius, but then you're dumb.
I'm dead. You're gonna see with your eye.
Yeah, bro, it's a lot.
Like at high school, what I was doing there was nothing. The workload here, is crazy.
Another crazy thing I think is like DBE. You literally they teach you how to copy and paste, right? And then when you get to you have to literally apply what you but and it makes it a whole lot of like it takes it to a different level.
Yeah,
and then
facts.
with that you get in class, and then you get people asking. So my mother is a doctor and my father is a psychologist, and they were telling me about, because I'm in the health sciences and therapy field.
Yeah.
So when you hear people making such examples, you're like, yo, this person already has an advantage that I don't
You don't
have.
relate, yeah, fact.
Yeah.
Fact. You feel like you're already 10 years behind.
Sure.
I think like the quality of education in our country, it's not equal. Like for me, it makes sense now why another kid has to pay school fees and like I wasn't paying school fees, because I feel like they were basically teaching us what to learn, not how to learn. Because I get here, first thing, it's my first time using a laptop. And I don't know how to use a laptop. I don't even know how to code. I was doing 7 subjects in my school. So it's literally not a fair race to begin with. Like the niggas speaking there, teaching, it's a funny accent. Like I can't even hear what he's saying. So it's difficult, man. It's difficult.
But another dynamic is that like regardless of, I get what you're saying, that like you get to see that education in like high school education is not the same across the board. But another thing that happens when you get to varsity, regardless of what school you went to, you are all equal. Like,
what do you mean we are all equal?
In a sense that you get the same resources, like you get access to like the same resource. Whereas back in high school, you probably had maybe, let's say, 1 textbook, then the other guy had a textbook, a study guide, and a tutor. You get me? But here in varsity, you have access to all the same resources.
I mean,
Mike.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about that. Like, I don't know if I really catch what you're saying. Like, you saying that, like, we are all equal. Personally, I don't think we'll ever be equal. Like, it's not, because the starting line, sure, it's varsity now, it's a different field, but, like, that's not the starting line.
But I'm saying more from a point where that we all get humbled in the same way. So, even if you were doing IEB, maths will still chow you to some extent.
Okay.
Because you do get guys that were in, what do you call it? The NG type of curriculum. Camps. And then you verse that guy with the guy that was doing IEB. That guy can still beat an IEB guy.
Okay, no, I think I get you. Yeah, I think
so it's all about maybe determination and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you come here, guys, with your 90s. So, not to brag, but at my school, I wasn't an academic. But like, there's no thing that you'd speak about and you wouldn't hear about Uvile, you get me? From grade 10. You speak about academics out there.
You're multidimensional.
I'm there. But you get here, you see a lot of people that are just as good or even better than you. Like, yo, am I doing them? Like, am I the person that I think I am?
You get that to change. Okay.
You start checking, man. You start checking.
The pressure is too much.
The pressure is too much.
I think it's a thing of like, a lot of people, like, okay, I'll speak about me, right? Coming to varsity, I thought it's a thing of, I have to learn so much more. But like you also have to unlearn other things, right? Like you have to, because there's certain mindsets that help me survive, like the toxic environment that's gassy. But in the minute you come here, they're no longer applicable. Like for example, I feel like I was very sufficient, you know, so I wasn't a person to, I'm studying Lemajida and all of that, I do my own work, you know, get it done. But in here, I was humble to a point that I have to go outside and ask for help. So you also have to unlearn certain things when you come here.
I think the unlearning thing, I don't know what you guys think, TWISTA. I think the unlearning thing is like an episode on its own, because like from the cultural unlearning, because there are certain things that happen in Kasi. Because the Kasi is like a group of people that think the same way, that do the same way, that everything is literally the same.
Even if you come from a city, you basically think the same way. So it's different people.
And then when you come here, it's different people from representing all those different Kasis and cities and so So obviously the culture and the thinking is obviously going to be different. So the unlearning topic is like really like something that has to be unpacked.
Whole episode.
We can even bring a guest, because we are trying to bring guests. Maybe in our third episode, it would actually be dope if we'd have like an SRC member.
What's the name of that guy? Mhlamulo, is it Mhlamulo?
Maybe we can try contact Mhlamulo,
I think because we speak to him, we can get him.
But in terms of like Stephen was talking about expectations, like what are some of the other expectations that you thought varsity, okay, these are my plans, what I'm doing A, B, C, and D.
But then the reality
is often disappointing.
Like, you know, when you were young, you used to watch movies and like you see like people being like on a hallway, bump into a girl.
You bump into a girl.
You pick them up, like guys glance at each other. Okay.
Eye contact.
Love at first sight. Ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing.
Nigga, you're gonna get cancelled. Don't do that,
bro.
Don't do that.
Like my first experience, because I was like part of the COVID babies.
The what?
COVID babies. So in my
Oh,
first year,
COVID babies. Oh.
So in my first year was the peak of COVID. So we literally didn't have, our whole week was online. They'd literally tell us, send us a link and tell us we'll be playing Family Feud on MS Teams.
Crazy.
I kid you not, bro. I kid you not. That was my whole week. And the first week of varsity is like where you make networks and stuff.
Facts, it's important, yeah.
For us, we were literally in our rooms for full 7 days. And what we do is we go out to get our study packs. Our study packs would probably be a box that is this big, and there you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And you in your room the whole day.
You don't communicate with anyone.
With no one, dog.
And you're away from home, away from home. Crazy.
Away from home.
Crazy.
You get breakfast.
You get to get breakfast.
No way.
Now imagine I'm watching a movie there and I have my packet of Doritos for dinner.
Yo.
I'll chop that thing. Dinner comes, I'm hungry, dog. Yeah, but that was
you guys had it rough.
Yeah, it was rough, dog.
Crazy.
But COVID messed us up. But yeah, man, we're here now.
We made it, baby.
We made it.
Yeah. It's a lot of things. Because you mentioned like walking in a hallway and bumping into a girl, right?
Yeah, sure.
Speaking of which, it's crazy how I'll keep referring to where I come from, right? Because it's a lot of things that I found really weird. You'd find gents like, like Babetta di Flea, did the sexy mama, all of that. Gents, you can't do that here.
Please.
Please don't. You can't do such things, like this is a very academic environment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of intellectuals, there's a lot of activists and all of that, and rightfully so, right?
Sure.
Rightfully so. So there's you gotta be careful of how you move.
So Steven, you just mentioned the part about like at Kasi there'll be like girls and like there'll be gents,
Yeah.
They'll be like calling girls like, yo baby girl, what, those type of things. And you said like you can't do those things here.
Yeah.
Like, so I wanna know like the girls that are here now, some of them are the girls from Kasi, right?
Yeah.
And like, they know that those things happen in Kasi and they allow it to happen in Kasi. But when they come here, it's a different story.
I think it's the unlearning Stephen was speaking about. So from their side, they probably also, like, because of influence as well,
Okay.
they like, you get to, like, you make a friend that's from, like, what, St. Mary's or St. what, then they tell you, no, Chomi, don't allow him to call you like that. Then obviously now you're going to think, because there's that unsaid assumption that as black people, there's, like, classes within the black community.
Yeah,
Once you hear an clock, you start immediately, your mind is conditioned to think, okay, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Which is not really the case. So it probably is the same similar thing where a girl will go, no, Chumi, don't allow them to speak like that. And sometimes it is true, like, you shouldn't allow people to speak to you anyhow. Yeah, so it's probably something.
Even gents too, right? Like you're mentioning an important point. Like most people think coming to varsity, you have to change yourself to adapt to varsity.
Yeah.
I'd rather advise people to make the varsity adapt to you.
Sure.
Because that which brought you here is more powerful than you think. It brought you here.
Yeah.
So you don't have to change yourself completely.
Yeah.
Like for example, the way I'd study, right? I'd use fingers.
Sure.
But now I couldn't do it in my first year because I'm here with this genius people, you understand? But in me doing that, it helps me and it got me here.
Yeah.
So be authentic, don't trade your authenticity for approval.
Thanks. Another thing, gents, I want us to speak about, Stephen, during the beginning you mentioned that Cape Town is the colonizers' playground. And we are at an institution that I believe it is very Western.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
University in general is made for white people and those in the upper classes.
Fact.
Yeah, well, so like there's obviously unsaid inequalities that take place within faculties, within the university system. That's why we get things like people being academically excluded. That's why we get a lot of things, man, that just show that inequality is a thing.
Yeah, bro, it's literally, it's painful, it's a struggle.
Yeah.
It's a struggle that we, like we have to fight to get educated, like we have to, bro, the whole NSFAS thing, there are protests that happen each and every single year in UCT, people getting academically excluded. And you come here and you don't have accommodation. Like there's nowhere you sleep in, you don't know anyone here. And so it's very painful. And it's also very painful that, like you said, within like the black people, there's also different classes.
Yeah.
It's not all black people who support each other through the struggle, you know. You'd have protests and you'd have like only the people who are affected who are there, you know. These are things that we should talk about.
And you get urged like, no, why must go to strike? We're not affected.
Bro,
yeah, man.
It's crazy. But it's also understanding that like when it comes to protests and all of that, most people cannot go to protest because there's also a class going on. So the system is very smart, dog.
I experienced that this year, bro, because this year I started my clinical years. So I only heard about the strike and the police that were on campus.
Yeah.
Only at like after 12, because that's when I was coming back from the hospital.
Crazy.
And then I'm like, hey, bro, this is happening at UCT, and I'm still going to I still have academic obligations. Even if I did want to go support, even if I did want to go stand in solidarity, I can't because I have academic obligations.
Then you'll get academically excluded.
Exactly.
So
it just continues, right? So it's just crazy. But also speaking about like inequalities and racism like that, I didn't want to believe that racism is a thing in Cape Town until this year during the June holidays.
You've experienced it?
Yeah. So I'm walking to the gym. I just muted my mic. I'm walking to the gym. Né? So the gym is at Rondebosch. There's a school called the Rustenburg Girls.
Exactly! Guys, what's going on? Yeah.
There's a school Rustenburg Girls. So these two white males are coming out of the school with their kids. Yeah. One of the kids are riding a bicycle. So they go in like a half semicircular nyana, and then around us. So it's me and then two other guys in front of me. We're just walking straight. And then this guy says, honey, be careful, monkeys.
Yo.
Literally as we are passing, dog. And did I hear what this guy just said?
Boromir!
And then I process it, and then this guy in front of me heard the same thing, and we look at each other.
Monkeys.
And we're like, bro, are we gonna do anything about this? We're like, okay, let's go confront this guy. We turn back, and we're like, hey, bro, you called us monkeys, wagwan. This guy tells us, no, I wasn't talking to you. See, he first says, gents, what are you talking about? I'm confused. We tell him, you just called us monkeys. What's that about? Why are you calling us monkeys? And then she's like, no, I was talking to my girl. I always call her a monkey. What? And then I tell her, bruh, I heard you saying, honey, be careful, monkeys. So you obviously refer to her as honey, and then the other party as monkey. And then he was like, no, she's my boki. I always call her honey. I was like, bruh, if that makes you sleep at night, man, cool.
I mean, it does make you sleep at night, though. It does.
As monkeys, right?
No.
But how? Are we gonna have to knock? But we're gonna have to be knocking niggas out, right? It's been 25 years. We're gonna be constantly knocking white niggas out.
Yeah.
And those guys bruise quite fast, eh?
Yeah. Racism is a thing, dog. Like racism is a thing, and it's very painful.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm in a lab, and okay, I'm not sure if it's racism per se, but like it's just something that didn't make me feel good, and it had something to do with my skin color, right? I'm in a lab. It's my first time being in an actual lab. Like it's scary. We used to do fun experiments, like and so on.
It used to be on the paper.
It used to be on the paper. What? You imagine the color bubbles go up, you know. So it's like that, and I'm asking for help. The nigga comes to me, and I'm like, bro, I'm not familiar with. I mean, I did read the manual and all of that, but like I'm not familiar with these things. Like, what's going on? What should I do? Right? It's a tutor. A black tutor, right?
Sure.
He goes, no, sorry, I cannot do that. I cannot explain. You know, like he gives me some weird ass attitude.
Crazy.
A white guy calls him. Bro, he literally went down some boss shit, like a boss, you know, like okay, he didn't say that, but like he was literally being super nice to the dude, you know, like, and I know this because I also look at certain white people. And automatically, I'm scared of them. I automatically think, this person is smarter than me.
It's that condition.
So, yeah, bro. Like, so it's a thing and it exists, and we need to work on it.
Yeah, definitely, bro. But yeah, man, guys, first episode we shot successfully. What are you guys feeling? Talk to me, gents.
I'm feeling pretty
good. It's a first of many. Again, another thing. People watching this video now probably don't expect us to be consistent because of me. Because I started the YouTube channel, only uploaded 3 videos. But guys, I promise now we are back.
We are fucking back! We're back!
Team. So yeah, man, we're gonna be more consistent. But how are you guys feeling? First episode done and dusted.
Coming in hot like a mose.
Coming in hot like a
rose. But I'm a bit shaky.
Why are you shaking? Don't shake.
Shake, my nigga, don't shake.
But yeah, I think our next episode we should like delve into more like UCT systems and what happens within UCT, like deeper.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, and then later, as you were saying, we can have Klamula on the show. I think in our way, yeah.
We're gonna have a lot of dope guests,
yeah.
you know, we're gonna have a lot of dope conversations. There's a lot of cool people from UCT that have a lot to say. So guys, please tune in. We're your boys, we got you, man. Got you.
It's your boy Sirmguj. Thank you. Sure.
But yeah, I gotta go eat. Just close it.